clicked on this video because you're trying to feed your family well without spending a fortune, then you're definitely in the right place today. 4 years ago, I could barely make beans on toast, and now I make most of our meals from scratch, and somehow it actually fits in our budget, actually makes it easier, and our busy life too. So today I'll take you through a typical day of eating for our family of 5. Everything made from scratch, all on a budget. I'll also share what helped me go from completely clueless to actually enjoying this part of the day, and I promise it's absolutely not about being perfect, and it's not going to look perfect. Our kitchens get messy, the bread sometimes flops, I show you that too, but it's real and it is good. So we start our day like every other Brit I know. We start off our day with a nice cup of tea, and we do that with a wonderful pot of tea, and we enjoy that for breakfast. Now we do have mostly decaf. I mean, I only give the children decaf tea. I've had a few questions about that in the past, but decaf tea for the children, and then my husband and I will have caffeine if we're just making it for ourselves. But we enjoy the wholesome act of having a cup of tea with some, preferably raw milk. This doesn't always happen, it depends on when I can get to the farm, but preferably raw milk to support our gut health. So for breakfast, as almost a little starter breakfast because my children were so very hungry, I made these blueberry muffins yesterday, and they are mostly sugar-free. They have a bit of honey in them, but they are absolutely delicious and pair really, really well with a nice glass of milk. So I served this first and then got on to making the eggs and the bacon. So for breakfast, I really like to start the day with protein and start my children off with protein as well. I think it's really important for their energy. I notice that they are a lot more awake, alert during school time and everything when they've had protein for breakfast instead of a heavy carb with some sugar. So I like to start the day with a bunch of eggs, and these are fresh farm eggs from my mother's friend, and yep, we enjoy those. They're much better than store-bought in my opinion. And we have some good old thick bacon too. Not old bacon, I was just saying bacon. Breakfast is usually very simple. It's mostly always bacon and eggs, and I used to actually think that wasn't from scratch enough, but it does count, and you know, it's food you actually make with your hands. And so we enjoy a high protein breakfast, and then I'm going to move on to making some bread. If I could tell my younger self one thing, it's this, that you don't need fancy ingredients or even fancy tools. Some of my favourite things are just the wooden utensils I already own. And you just need some patience and maybe, well actually definitely for me, an apron that hides the mess. So I absolutely love baking bread, and this part feels special every time. Every time there's something grounding about doing the same simple task that, you know, generations before us did. And when I first tried this, I was too scared of the cost, but cooking from scratch has actually made budgeting easier. You know, buying in bulk, keeping ingredients simple and having them on hand, for example, flour and eggs, potatoes and meat. It stretches so much further than you'd think. So here I'm using a farmhouse style bread rolls. I would normally do this with sourdough starter, but I hadn't pulled out my starter from the fridge after being away, so we're just using yeast, and I've been using yeast for the past couple of weeks, honestly. But we have, in this, we're going to have some warm water. My water drop filter does this really well. I shared about it a couple of videos ago, but the water that I get the temperature to is 45 degrees, and then I add instant yeast, and the recipe calls for sugar, but I like to add honey, unbleached all-purpose flour or bread flour, and salt, and then melted butter, but I used olive oil. You can also use any type of neutral oil. And you're going to just simply combine it all together. I love this recipe because you are getting your hands right in there, you can feel the flour, it's very wholesome to me, and it's a beautiful recipe to share with others. So, alright, breakfast is done, and now I'm on to lunch. This part of the day always sneaks up on me. I find it quite overwhelming sometimes. You know, it's like I've just cleaned up and suddenly everyone's hungry again. But here's the thing, I've learned to plan a little bit ahead. So, for example, today I'm baking bread rolls. I'll set out a bit of dough for lunch rolls, and then maybe keep some extra dough and make that for bread the next day. So, bulking up the recipe. It saves time, it saves washing up, and it feels like such a win when lunch basically makes itself. Today I'm making sausages, sausage cobs where I'm from, it's what we call them, sausage, not sausage rolls, sausage in a bun, sausage in a roll, with a little bit of salad, something very, very simple. And these bread rolls are so easy, and I used to think that you needed a bread machine, but you really don't. You just need a bit of flour, water, yeast, and a bit of patience. And honestly, the children love helping with this bit too. They make funny shapes and call them, you know, monster rolls, and they squish them too hard. It's messy, it's loud, but it's ours and it's lovely. And, you know, once they're in the oven, I'll throw some sausages on. Where I'm from, we do call this a sausage cob, like I said. Super simple, really filling, and so cheap. This is the kind of lunch that makes everyone happy, even if the kitchen looks like a flour bomb's gone off, which it really does. Do you see what I mean about letting go of the perfect kitchen ideas? It's so freeing. The mess means you're doing something right, and I'm always reminding myself this. We've recently added these sort of somewhat temporary shelves above our oven. Now I know I will get questions about shelves above an oven. Shouldn't it be an extractor fan? Yes, probably it should be an extractor fan, but for right now it's these beautiful shelves that have been in my family for quite a few years now. My mum painted them white and I've not really repainted it. I probably should, but right now, pre-paneling on the walls, pre-filling in the gaps that are missing in our kitchen, I'm putting these shelves above the oven, and I'm just going to be okay with the fact that I have to wipe down some grease here and there. It's absolutely fine. I'm stocking it up with all of my favourite spices and herbs and flowers and sugar and eggs, bicarbonate soda, just everything that I use all the time for from scratch cooking. That is one of my major tips. Have everything within reach. Have it so that you can pull it out in a pinch. I have everything in one spot, so I'm not going around the whole kitchen trying to find different ingredients. I just have to look up, pull down the sugar, pull out the flour jar, get my little scoop, and get cooking in a bowl. Now, you'll have to forgive my extractor fan. It's quite loud. But I just wanted to tell you about something. Do any of you love cozy knits as much as I do? If you do, then I have found the perfect shop for you, and I just wanted to share a few of the knitted things that I got for this season, and I wanted to share them with you. I'm talking a bit quietly because my children are napping, so I'm very aware this could disturb them, but it's worth it. So I'm going to share some of the knitwear with you. The first one is this one. Now this is some of the most beautiful knitwear you will find and you will wear. It is so soft and it's so delicate but cozy and really keeps you very warm. You can find these on Etsy. The shop is run by my friend. She is so precious and she has the most beautiful knitwear. It's called StudioTURTLES. I will leave a link down below for you. She's even given me a discount code for you, so I'm going to leave that down below. But this is the first one that I got. It's got some beautiful details here, very cozy and very warm. You've seen me wear this one a lot already. Let me show you some of the next ones that I got. One of the things I struggle with most in the autumn and winter is the desire to wear dresses but not knowing what to wear dresses with. And I haven't found knitwear that has just complemented my dresses so much before. This is a cozy, beautiful kind of chocolate brown colour, and very complementary, very neutral. Will go with lots of different things, and the sleeves are beautiful. They've kind of quite wide here, and they just flow lovely, and again so cozy as well. And then the next one I got, now this one is popular, so if you want to grab this one then you need to do it fast because these sell out pretty fast. So this beautiful sage green knit. Now I love the buttons on this one, and I also got this one in a dark blue as well. Look how beautiful, and you've seen me wear this one too. These are stunning fabrics and the buttons on them are so elegant and chic. So StudioTURTLES has the loveliest cardigans and scarves as well. There's a variety of different colours for each knitwear, and they're all made from natural fibres like cashmere and alpaca. So just these beautiful fabrics that are going to last you for a really, really, really long time. So if you'd like to see how I style these, then do let me know, because I mean you'll see them in my videos because I wear them all the time. I did want to show you actually just some beautiful scarves here too. This is, I got one in this royal blue colour, and then another in, again, a gorgeous natural chocolate brown. If you'd like to grab some cashmere at a good price, then do head over to my lovely friend Sonia's shop. She is wonderful. She does it all from home, and I just love supporting her and supporting her small business. Now for dinner I'm making something really simple. Pork chops with garlic butter, potatoes and whatever veg we've got left in the fridge. Sometimes I'll roast it all together at the same time. Other nights I'll let the children help peel the potatoes, which takes 3 times longer, but they love being involved. It's in these small moments, isn't it? You know, you think you're just taking dinner, but really you're making memories for them. And I think a lot about that. I think a lot about the mum I used to be, rushing around, feeling I was failing if dinner wasn't picture perfect. But now I just think they don't care what it looks like. They just care that we're together and that the food's warm and that they can sit down and talk about their day, and that's really special to us. And that's what kind of from scratch, you know, means to me as well. It's not just about the food, it's about building a life that feels full even on a small budget. And talking about budgeting, I have a few little tips to make your life easier in that realm. I think one important place to start is to make sure you're shopping price per kilogram and not just looking at the price and in general. That's a good way to gauge whether you're actually getting the best bang for your buck. On these pork chops, I put a simple seasoning of garlic powder, onion powder, salt and pepper, and then I'm going to roast that in, fry it up in a lot of butter. Now I actually have just been eating meat myself these days with some fruit here and there just to kind of reset my gut health. So the carbs and the vegetables are for my children and the husband, and I have just been enjoying lots and lots and lots of meat, which has been working out really well. It's really good for my energy levels and makes me feel a lot better. And it's not long term by any means, but it's just quite a nice reset for my body. And who doesn't love meat? Well, I love meat. We love meat in this house, so it's an easy thing. And I'm also serving this with some leftover gravy from our roast dinner the day before, so that's a real thick onion gravy. I think it's a lamb gravy too. It's just absolutely delicious, and that paired really well with these pork chops. I feel like I have found a hack with mashed potatoes, and that is to put it in the KitchenAid or a stand mixer. It is absolutely delightful. You want to put the paddle beater on first and put that on a medium speed for about 2 minutes, and then you're going to switch over to the whisk, add some salt and butter, and then whisk that up on high for 2 minutes. While it's whisking, add in some milk or cream or whatever it is you want, and it's just absolutely delicious. It's the creamiest of potatoes, to the point where it kind of tastes like instant mash. I also add a little bit of garlic powder just to bring out those flavours, and this served really well next to the pork chops, or so my husband said anyway. So cooking from scratch on a budget isn't about doing more, it's about doing less but with intention. You just need a few good ingredients, a bit of time and a lot of heart, and if you actually plan ahead and buy what you really use and give yourself grace for all the messy bits in the middle, then you'll find a rhythm that feels good for you. Food doesn't have to be complicated. It was created beautiful and simple. With a bit of time, and a bit of heart, you can have just a special meal. And the most important thing is that it's shared between us as well. So here's to another week of simple meals that make life feel just a little bit more special. If you'd like to see more of these videos, then do subscribe and do hit that hype button too. It helps small channels to grow like me. So thank you so much, guys. Love you lots.